What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol CEI for Camber Energy Inc. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, my goodness, what an absolute beast this stock is. If we check in on what happened on today's session, just remember and just note, right, that the entire broad market was selling off quite aggressively, I might add. Yet today, in Camber Energy, we see continuation to the upside, all punctuated by what did we talk about in yesterday's video? Really solid volume down below. So, I mean, just picture perfect here out of CEI, the volume supporting the move, holding on to that critical zone of support we mapped out from yesterday's video. Just absolutely phenomenal movement out of CEI. The first thing I want to do with you guys on today's session is zoom out here, grab some more time, and essentially see if there's anything else to our left that we can use. Whoa, look at that, as an area of next up for resistance. So scrunching it up softly here, just in case we skew the chart a bit. The next major area to pay attention to is if we zoom back from in here, noting that 309 is kind of our last area where we left off. We have this spike from here, right? So that's going to be at 408. So we'll map that in here. We're basically looking at 4 as the next overhead area of resistance. If we can make it there, again, I'm not saying it's going to make it there all in one day, but if it's going to do it, it needs to see a volume bar like we saw from today's session. So north of 700 million, I would say, in terms of share volume. What are we noting, though, from the daily perspective, right? Let's just keep it real as well. I mean, is now really the time for risk-friendly longs? I want to echo that sentiment as well. The pullback risk here, I think, outweighs the benefit of the move higher into 4. Now, again, don't get me wrong, it could move higher, but in terms of interacting with the market in a risk-friendly manner, just buying the highs up here is not going to do it, right? That's not a sustainable strategy for the long run. So what I would love to see would, again, be some sort of consolidation. Where it holds, I'm not entirely sure at this point. I mean, obviously, you can see we blasted right through the 309 without putting in too much structure. So let's go ahead and remove that and talk about the 30-minute for a second. So this is clearly the breakout point, right? Up and over 330 puts into play that $4 whole number. But in terms of pullback areas, what are we seeing? Well, I would just argue once again, it's kind of this area right here at 258, noting that it was the prior breakout point from on, what was that, Monday. And also, we didn't quite pull back into it on the earlier part of today's session, but we got pretty darn close, right? So any healthy consolidation happens in today's range, essentially. Something like this, healthy bull flag gets put in some sort of digestion like what we got in the past here. Then we take the break for higher when eventually we have enough time spent where buyers can regain some strength and then we can push higher. If we take out that 258 to the downside, that's where I would be careful because, again, remember that we're not so interested in that 226 anymore. It would really be a deeper back test. Again, that's if this breaks here for a move back to the prior breakout point at 188, $2-ish, the whole number there. That's what I would watch out for to the downside on a breakdown of 258. But again, as the chart sits right now, phenomenal strength. Again, given the backdrop of today's market, just absolutely astounding movement here inside of CEI. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, definitely let me know down below in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.